Hey, what is up, guys? Twitter is ablaze today because unfortunately, a substantial portion of this Suicide Squad game plot has been leaked on Twitter. And it is not just a Redditor who is saying what happens in the game, it is actual video of the cutscenes, images of characters who haven't been announced, video, entire audio cutscenes of what happens in the game. This is really crazy. It's catastrophic. It's unfortunate. Rocksteady's already released a statement, and I really contemplated, do I talk about this, do I not? And I want to say going forward, I am going to discuss some of the spoilers because at this point, if you have a Twitter account, you're already going to see the spoilers before the game came out. That's just the unfortunate scenario. I know that Rocksteady in their statement said, hey, try to avoid spoilers as much as possible. In my situation, it's not possible. I cannot avoid them because of my position as a YouTuber for the game. I could understand if you're just a fan and you want to log off. The only way is to log off of Twitter because at this point, the videos, the cutscenes, the audio, it's already far and wide on Twitter. There's no avoiding it. The only thing to do is to not get on Twitter until the end of February or stay in like a different lane of Twitter and like not sign into your comic book account, comic book Twitter. Okay, so I am going to talk about some of the spoilers. I'm obviously not going to show videos and things like that. And again, I contemplated heavily. Do I want to talk about it? Do I not? Again, it's already been spread so widely, and I'm not going to talk as much about the plot itself, but more the response to it, and also some of the interesting elements of this that I think some people haven't considered. So let me just jump in and get right into it. And again, spoilers ahead. If you do not want to be spoiled for the game, please click off. Please, please, please click off. Do not watch this video if you do not want to be spoiled for the game. If you already have seen the spoilers, then you've already seen them, like myself. Then you might as well, you can feel free to watch. But if you don't want to be spoiled, please, please, please click off now and do not watch this video and do not get on Twitter until March. Okay. So the big thing that people are absolutely losing their mind of, this is the number one thing that people are talking about, is that to some extent you could say it's not really a spoiler. I mean, the name of the game is Suicide Squad Killed the Justice League. The leaks that are coming out is that the game actually lives up to the name of the game. I mean, there is the entire audio cutscene of Batman's death scene, a 4-minute cutscene that has been released. And I think that what people are upset about this is that, one, this is Kevin Conroy's send-off. He's unfortunately passed away, and this is his send-off. And the way he goes out is that he is basically kind of a bad guy who's been corrupted by Brainiac, and Harley Quinn shoots him in the head and kills him. And that is how Batman goes out in the Rocksteady universe. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of understand why fans are upset about this. Now, one, the game plot was developed before it was developed before he died, before Kevin Conroy died. But look, he didn't go out as a hero, resisting Brainiac's mind control and saving one of them or something. I mean, he literally just got shot in the face by Harley Quinn. And it's a very unceremonious death. And man, it's tough. And it does completely change the ending of Batman Arkham Knight. I'm going to be honest. Now, I did also tweet that, look, if this game sucks and everybody hates it, we can just pretend it's not canon. Like, it doesn't really impact the ending of of the Batman Arkham franchise, but it is technically canon. And here's the bigger point I'm going to make about this game. So again, a lot of the leaks, there was also the Joker is in the game somehow. So clearly there's a multiverse component of this, right? But here's the biggest thing about this, and this is a point that I made to a friend, is that I think it's very disheartening that in the last 2 DC games, Gotham Knights and now this game, Batman has been killed off 3 times. He got killed off twice in Gotham Knights. And now in this game, they killed him off in this game too. And it's just like, if you think about the exact opposite of what fans want from a DC video game, it is playing as King Shark and killing all of our favorite characters. And to me, this game, as the leaks are coming out, to me, it really feels like The Last of Us 2 on steroids. It's like, how can we subvert expectations and give fans the opposite of what they want? And like, to me, it feels very much so like a shock jock game. It's like, how can we do the most shocking stuff that is the most triggering to the fans, that the fans are going to be pissed off about the most, to almost get like rage clicks? And to me, that's how the story of the game is coming across. Like, also, again, the Flash dies, Green Lantern dies. So you just go one by one and kill everybody. And again, on the other hand, okay, that's the name of the game. We shouldn't be surprised, right? But on the other hand, it feels a little bit like it feels a little bit like the death scenes are almost like making a mockery of these characters, right? And I I do wonder if that was the right choice. And again, like killing these characters for comedic relief, they're following the perspective of the Suicide Squad. I understand that. So it's going to be a comedic, funny, lighthearted game. But for us, we love these characters. And it's very unfortunate that the introduction of these iconic Justice League characters into the Rocksteady DC Games universe is with them all being murked. And again, like, after Arkham Knight, if we were to ask ourselves, hey, what game do we want from Rocksteady? Like, how does this franchise evolve from here, right? Like, to me, it would probably look like, hey, maybe the Bat family tries to connect the Justice League and builds the Justice League and whatever. Like there's 1,000 different ways I could have seen it go, but this is kind of like the worst way. It's just nobody wanted this. Nobody wanted this. And look, I understand that Rocksteady's got to make the game they want to make. I totally get that. It's game making's a creative endeavor, and it's not. It shouldn't be crowdsourced from the fans. But at the same point, it feels a little bit like a finger in the eye to just kind of like, hey, what do you want from the next Rocksteady game? We're going to give you the exact opposite. All of your favorite characters, we're going to kill them off. King Shark is the main character. Yep, that's who you're getting. Yeah. I mean, again, it feels a little bit like, how do I describe it really? This game kind of feels like a troll. It feels kind of like a joke. And I understand it's the Suicide Squad. It's supposed to be comedic, but it's almost like they're toying with the fact, like, hey, you haven't gotten a DC game in 10 years besides Gotham Knights. Well, you know what we're going to do? Every step of the way, every single cutscene of the next DC game, we're going to subvert expectations and give you the opposite of what you wanted. Oh, you were excited for a Flash game? Okay, you kill him in the first. You're going to kill him. Oh, you're excited for this character? Oh, yeah. You're going to kill him too. Oh, you're really excited to see the continuation of Batman's story and, so that's the part I'm not going to lie. At first, when I was reading the fan comments, I was like, everybody's overreacting. Like, this is an overreaction. We knew that Batman was probably going to die in this game because Kevin Conroy unfortunately passed away. So what are you going to do? Recast him? No. But I want to be honest, guys. The way this all is panning out, it doesn't rub me the right way. It almost, to me, it feels like they're not treating the characters with reverence. And when you look at the Batman Arkham games, it is like they take Batman, they consolidate his lore of decades and decades of blood, sweat, and tears from Chuck Dixon in the comic books and Jeff Johns and Paul Dini and the animated series and all these people, and they kind of like pay homage to all of it. And the way I would describe the Arkham games is it treats Batman's lore with an unbelievable amount of respect and dignity and compassion, I guess. It's like kind of a weird way to describe it, but like they care so much about all that stuff. You could tell that it really mattered to them to honor those characters. In this game, it feels to me like the exact opposite, according to the leaks. Now, again, I'm not sharing anything about the Suicide Squad Alpha. I'm not talking about that at all, because I'm not allowed to talk about the Alpha and the gameplay and what happened in that part of the game. But what I am talking about is what is leaked, which I did not sign an NDA for, so I want to be clear about that. And I'm going to be honest, it's disappointing. It's really disappointing. And to me, it feels like they're making a mockery of these characters. On the other hand, I do want to wait and see how everything plays out. But man, I'm just going to be honest. Based upon how fans are reacting to this, I don't think this is going to go over well for Rocksteady. I don't. And, I don't think this is going to go over well. And I'm kind of shocked that they thought it might. And on the one hand, Rocksteady is the studio that killed the Joker in Arkham City, and that was kind of a shock ending. Like, nobody really expected that. But killing the Joker is not the same as, like, murking the entire Justice League. And man, I just don't know where their universe goes from here. I don't know why they felt this would enhance their universe. I don't see what this gains them. Now, by the way, there should be stakes. And I'm not saying you don't kill a Justice League member. I'm not saying that important characters don't die. I'm also not saying that even Batman shouldn't die. But I think it's the way that he dies. And I think it's the way that all of the deaths of the Justice League characters are kind of very flippant. Again, just like not really servicing the grandiose nature of these characters. And let's be real. I mean, this is the first like kind of real AAA interpretation of these characters, you know? Like, yes, there's DC Universe Online, and there is Injustice. So putting those two aside, but Rocksteady, like, they're supposed to be the pinnacle of superhero games. And again, when you look at the Batman Arkham franchise and you look at the Insomniac Spider-Man games, those characters those interpretations really pay homage to these characters and the lore, and they treat it with such reverence. And this game feels like it's like almost a stylistic choice to shit on these to shit on all of our hopes and dreams of what we wanted from the next Rocksteady game. And again, I just keep going back to, look, if you asked me in 2015, hey, do you want the next Rocksteady game to be? This is like the exact opposite of what I wanted the game to be. It really is. Like a shooter game that follows the villains, where you kill all the... I don't know. I just... This whole thing is shaping out to be a little bit of a disappointment. And again, as I read the initial fan reviews, I honestly was like, you guys are overreacting. But then I was just reading more and hearing out what people are saying, and people are right. They're right. Like, they're right to be a little upset and to be frustrated. And I don't think that people are overreacting or have invalid critiques. The one thing I will say people are overreacting about is I do not think that this tarnishes the reputation of Arkham in any way. Again, if the game really sucks, I'll just pretend it doesn't exist and it's not canon in my world. You know, it is what it is. We still have 4 phenomenal Arkham games, 3 made by Rocksteady that are canon, and we have that. You know, it is what it is. And I'm not going to say that I won't even enjoy the game. Again, it's just not what it's not what fans wanted. And again, I'm kind of torn because it's like, I get it. Game making, it's a creative process. It shouldn't just be fan service. It shouldn't. You should take creative choices and risks. But it feels like there's kind of nothing in this game for the fans. Like, what narrative choice is something that fans are going to be excited about rather than outraged about? And so, again, it's that balance of killing one character is one thing, or like, but having other things that fans can get excited about. But man, these leaks are real bad. They're real bad. So, look, it is what it is, guys. It is what it is. I'm optimistic that after this game they can course correct, but look, I think we are just at the pinnacle of what the response is going to be. I think that this game is going to be... I worry that it might be, honestly, like a disaster for the DC Games brand, because just seeing how people are responding, it is not good. It's not. Like, the Twitter responses are all negative. I mean, read the comments in this video. Just read them. I guarantee you that, yeah, there's going to be some positive comments, sure. People saying, hey, we should look out for the game, but this is bad. I got a bad feeling about this. I don't think this is going to go over well for DC Games. And again, this universe needs some ownership of, man, I don't know. It's just the Arkham games provided a phenomenal template to build upon and to lead towards the Justice League and the Flash and Green Lantern games and things like that. And they've made a different creative direction. So we're going to see how it pans out. But let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And, of course, I'm going to be playing the game when it comes out. Let me know your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.